the cube, a purple object that was spawned by a series of pink lightning on a desert mountain. This mysterious thing rolled around the island for weeks, leaving runes until melting or sinking into Loot Lake. Then, with an island on its back, it heroically rose out of the water and travels to all the rune sites, gaining power. It then dripped all of its power into the center of Loot Lake before exploding. But why? What was the point of this cube? It just traveled around and exploded. Was it trying to destroy the island? Did the visitor make it to reset the 0 point? These are all good theories, but what if VenderTech did it? Let's assume that when you shoot through interdimensional portals in a rocket, it creates strain on the 0 point. For example, when the robot cracked it and used some of its power, it became unstable. Season 4. The rocket is located at the supervillain lair at the west part of the map. The rocket begins to launch. A trail of smoke and flames erupts out of the rocket's boosters. Eventually, the boosters detach and the rocket boosts further into the air. The rocket soars higher until eventually it comes back down and strikes through a rift over tilted towers. It goes through a couple more rifts, opening a huge rift in the sky, and the rocket disappeared forever. When the rocket rifted around, the 0 point lost a lot of power trying to keep the simulation intact while it was being ripped apart. So following this rocket event, the 0 point is unstable, like Season 10, but less drastic. Many things are transported to the Fortnite island during Season 5, one of them being a huge purple cube. But unlike most of these things brought to the island during Season 5, I think the cube was purposely put in the island by VenderTech. VenderTech needed to fix the 0 point, but they needed to not make it obvious that Fortnite is a simulation in doing so. So, they give power to a cube and send it onto the island. The cube leaves some of its power in runes for later, as it gains more power anyway. The cube goes into Loot Lake to pick up the island, only to move it out of the way. After that, the cube collects its power back from the runes and heads back to Loot Lake. As you can see from the cube exploding event in Season 6, the cube cracks and drips all of its power into the pink portal below Loot Lake. But why did it gain all this power just to get rid of it and explode? Couldn't it have just exploded in the first place? No. The point was not to explode. Like I said earlier, the 0 point is damaged from the rocket event. The cube drips all of its power into the 0 point to restore its power. This is crucial for the timeline. If not for the cube, Season 5 would have slowly turned into Season 10, and they would have had to destroy the 0 point. But why did the cube explode, you ask? VenderTech wanted to get rid of the cube after it had done its job, so it self-destructed. But they didn't want to kill hundreds of people in the process. So like I said in the last storyline video, to save us from the violent explosion of the cube in Season 6, the simulation took us to the in-between. From there, they have an automatic defense mechanism so nothing can escape the simulation, the butterfly. Once in the in-between, the butterfly took us back to the island. But nothing the cube could have done would save Season 10. I mean, VenderTech could have tried to save this timeline one more time in Season 10. After all, the cube did come back in that season. But the 0 point was too damaged in Season 10. So that's why the end event happened. So in this Fortnite storyline video, I explained the function of the cube and why it was here. This was a pretty short video, but it had a lot in it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you check out my last storyline video. Don't forget to like, subscribe with notifications on, and leave a comment that you liked it. Thank you, and goodbye.